Good morning and welcome to your Friday Pilates class. We will get started in just a moment. We are in the month of March, which means the theme that we are working with for the next couple of weeks is rotation. So, this means that we will be adding a bunch of the rotating exercises that are in our Pilates vocabulary, such as spinal twist, saw, standing twist. Well, we could even add hip twist in eventually. Um, but it also means that we'll be slightly deviating from the Pilates technique to add in some more spiraling type actions. And that is just because Pilates is an older modality and it's quite linear. And we are 360-degree beings, and we live in a 360-degree life. So, by working in that 360 way of motion, we will just keep everything rocking and rolling and going strong. Let's start standing on our mats. Let me get a light on. There we are. All right, let's come to our parallel. And let's actually just take a moment to bounce the heels into the floors. Or into the floor. There's only one floor. There's no plural floors. And notice how the arms, and let the arms just hang loose, and notice how they kind of just vibrate and wobble by your side. See if you can release your jaw here and just feel everything in the body kind of shake and wake up. You'll probably start feeling the calves, the feet, the hamstrings, maybe even a little bit in the front of the legs start to warm up. And you can start taking those toes off of the ground, just creating a little bit of heat. If you haven't noticed, we've never done this before, and that's because it's really cold in my house this morning. So just little easy jumps, finding nice pliable ankles. Breathing deeply. And then let that come to stillness. Good. Come right into that Pilates parallel, putting those hands on the fronts of the hips, feeling the torso go up, and the legs root down. Feeling the feet go deep into the floor, and the head directionally goes up towards the ceiling. Have one hand at the back of the head and one hand on those ribs. Removing the hands from the body, and let's go into standing foundation. We take a big inhale into bend. And on the exhale, lengthen those legs. Inhale to bend. Exhale, finding opposition between the legs and spine. One more time like that. Inhale to bend. And exhale, finding that opposition. One last time, inhale to bend. Exhale to lengthen, giving the midline a squeeze, coming up to a rise. Checking out where that balance is living today. Gently lower those heels down. And let's go right into our roll up. Inhale, dropping the arms down to come up. Exhale, dive forward. And as always, on this first one of the day, take a moment here to say hello to the backs of the legs. Maybe giving focus onto the back body as well, seeing if you can release the spine by letting go of the neck and letting the head hang relaxed at the end of the spine. Bending and straightening the knees if that feels good to you. Shifting the weight side to side, forward and back. And when you're ready, I know that we could stay here for another 15 minutes, but we got a class to do. So on your exhale, bend those knees. Roll up, feeling those sits bones weight down, and unfurl the spine one vertebra at the time. The head is the last thing to arrive. Roll those shoulders back. And let's go one breath per movement. Inhale, arms up. Exhale it over. Inhale. Exhale to bend and roll it up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Roll it up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale it forward. Inhale. Exhale, bend those knees. Roll it up. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale to bend and roll it up. Feeling the sits bones, the lower back, the mid back, the ribs, the shoulder blades, the shoulders, the neck, the head. Give those shoulders a couple rolls backwards. Good. Let's go right into our lateral bends. Inhale, one arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale. Exhale, drawing a big circle with those fingertips and roll it up. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale. Exhale to draw a big circle. Roll it up. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale. Exhale to circle and roll up the spine. One more time. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale. Exhale to roll through the spine and come up. One more time each side, and we'll do our regular lateral bend. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale. Exhale to reach a little further and come up. Last time, arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale. Exhale, reach and come up. Good. Let's get those feet as wide as the mat. Parallel those toes. Hands are stacked like so. And our standing cat and cows. We exhale, pushing those palms towards the wall in front of us and pushing that belly button towards the wall behind us. Exhale. Inhale, rooting those legs down, feeling tight and taut through that torso, lifting up and bringing that heart up to the ceiling. And exhale to dome. Inhale to arch. Exhale to dome. Inhale to arch. Exhale, dome it out. Inhale to arch. Exhale to dome. Inhale to arch. Oh, good. Rolling out those shoulders. Standing twist. So in this one, just a reminder that when I talk about the feet, they are like so. So my toe, it's almost like I'm wearing like a like a high heel. So my toes are on the ground and my lower legs are sealed against each other. The reason why we go this position is if you look to the side, my ankle is in line with my shin. If we did something like this, where the tops of the toes are on the floor, you will see that there's a little dip right here, and that weakens the outside of the ankle, aka that little pesky place on the lower leg where you find one piece of cement or a root or a tree bark and you do that little ankle roll and then it really hurts. So by keeping the ball of the foot on the ground and that ankle in line with the shin, we're protecting the outside of the ankle, which is a very vulnerable part of the body. And we all have it. And we've all rolled it before because we're human and we live active lifestyles. Let's go into twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale the foot. Inhale, twisting towards our front leg. Exhale, hinge it over. Inhale, come up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, arms up. Exhale the foot. Inhale to twist. Exhale to hinge. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, arms up. Exhale the foot. Inhale to twist. Exhale to hinge. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale the foot. Inhale to twist. Exhale to hinge. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale to lower. Good. We did this on Wednesday and we're going to do it again today. Just because it combines a couple of the things we just did and it feels really good. We're going to go right into standing double leg stretch. So let's find that Pilates parallel. Inhaling those arms down to come up. Exhale, let's dive halfway over. Inhale, bending the knees, clasping the hands, making a tight ball. Exhale, finding a dome while the hands stay at the backs of the hamstrings. Inhale, we open the palms to the wall in front of us and bring that heart to the ceiling. Exhale, we dive forward, feeling that spine nice and long all the way down. Inhale, we stretch. Exhale, we bend those knees and roll it up. Let's do that 2 more times, just a little bit more up to tempo. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, tight ball. Exhale to dome. Inhale to arch. Exhale, fold over. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to bend. Roll it up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, tight ball. Exhale to dome. Inhale to arch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to bend, roll it up. Giving those shoulders a roll back one more time. Giving the head a couple of circles in one direction. And a couple of circles in the opposite direction. Good. All right, let's come down to our mats. All right. Let's start with our 1 minute roll down. Okay. So our knees are bent. Let's do this arm variation. Actually, let's hold the backs of our hamstrings today. Similar to our standing rolling like a ball, this will allow us to feel the connection between that lower back curl. And this will also help us keep those shoulders down. One moment. Sorry. Somebody desperately needed to get into the closet for her morning nap. Okay. Take 2. Here we go. Inhaling in. And on the exhale, roll it down. We have 60 seconds on this journey. While we're here, check in with that jaw. Maybe take a couple big exhales before it gets a little intense. Maybe give the shoulders a little roll. Maybe the legs a little attention. Maybe the hands need a shake out. Maybe the feet need a shake out. This is also just to distract you from the pain in the abs. And you're starting to enter that shaky place, feeling like you're floating down. You're not gripping your way down. It's fluid. It's a movement. It's not a position. We want to start initiating that cervical knot so that chin tucks. We're looking towards that belly button, taking a big inhale in. And on the exhale, melt it down in 3, 2, 1. The head touches the mat. We take a big inhale in. We're going to go right into roll up. And on the exhale, we feel the core engage. We cervical knot. And on the exhale, we roll up. And on the exhale, leading with that belly button, feeling like it's a slow-mo punch to the gut, like you're in the Matrix. And slowly roll down, thinking about placing each vertebra on the floor individually. And the last thing to touch the mat is the back of your head. Let's do 3 more like this. Exhale to roll it up. And exhale to melt it down, really digging into our mind's eye and feeling that spine being placed and lengthened down onto the mat. Exhale to roll it up. And exhale to melt it down. One more time. Exhale, rolling it up. And exhale, melt down. We're going to go right into our hundreds now. We take an inhale in. On the exhale, let's feel that core engage. Let's do a double knee fold. Let's come up to tabletop. We inhale. On the exhale, we feel the core engage. We cervical nod. We reach those hands and we into 2, 3, 4, 5, index, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, index, in, index, in, index, in, and exhale, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, index, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, index, in, index, in, index, one more time, and exhale, 3, 4, 5, and bring that head down, bring the knees into the chest, rock the head side to side, releasing the neck, good, placing the feet onto the mat, hands come to either side of the body like a big T shape, we inhale, dropping the knees to one side, and on an exhale, we bring the knees back up. Inhale to drop. Exhale back up. Inhale to drop. Exhale back up. Inhale to drop. Exhale back up. And on these last two, let's really think about the sequencing through the spine. We inhale to drop. And as we roll back up the knees, we think about the back of the heart touching the mat, the back of the ribs touching the mat, the back of the belly button touching the mat, the back of the hips touching the mat, and the sacrum touches the mat. Other side, inhale, dropping the knees. And on the exhale, the back of the heart, the back of the ribs, the back of the belly button, the back of the hips, and the sacrum. Good. Extend those legs long. We're going to go right into single and double leg stretch. We will then go right into double leg stretch with a side rotation. I will talk you through it. Don't worry. We're on our backs. Our hands are by our sides. We take a big inhale in. On the exhale, we engage through the core. We double knee fold. We come up to tabletop. We inhale. On the exhale, core engages. Cervical nod. Hands behind the head. One toe reaches opposite armpit to knee. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. In and in. Exhale and in, switch, x, switch, in, and in, x, and in, and exhale, one more set. Legs to tabletop, hands on the sides of the knees, double leg stretch. Inhale. And inhale, exhale, toes and fingers reach away from each other, and you come back in. Inhale, and inhale, exhale, coming in, and in, exhale, coming in, and in, exhale, add our rotation, in, and in, exhale to one side and coming in. Inhale and inhale. Exhale, opposite side. And coming in and in and in. Exhale. And coming in and in and in. Exhale. Low and coming in. Lower that head down to the mat. Bring those knees into the chest. Rock it side to side. Take a minute here. Holding onto the fronts of the shins. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, feeling the core engage. Bringing that head up and rock and roll all the way up. We're rolling like a ball. We're going to do 4 of them. So if you wish to do Hand variations. Hand variation number 1, hands are on the sides of the knees. Hand variation number 2, you touch each knee individually, which just causes a little bit more instability, which makes it a little bit more harder, and your core has to do a tiny bit more work. Here we go. We're in our preparation position. Our spine is nice and long. We take an inhale in, and exhale, we dome and roll it back, coming back up. Inhale at the top, exhale to dome, rolling like a ball. Exhale. Exhale, rolling like a ball. One more time, or 2 more times. Exhale. Let's see if we can make these last 2 just a little bit slower. And even if we don't make it all the way up, that's okay. Exhale, we're learning new boundaries in our bodies and new things about our core strength. Good. Boom, boom. All right. Take 2 seconds, extend those legs in front of you, and just come forward and give it a little stretchy outie. Breathing deeply here. Seeing if you can feel more release in the back of your legs. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do half a roll down, and then we're going to go into some more core work and some side body work. Here we go. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, melt it down. Head touches the mat. We take a big inhale in. On the exhale, the core engages. We do a double knee fold. We come up to tabletop. We inhale. On the exhale, core engages. Cervical nod. One toe up, one toe long. And inhale, pulse. Inhale, pulse. Switching those feet on the diagonal. Exhale, pulse. Exhale, pulse. Switch. In. And in. Switch. X. X. Switch it in. And in. Switch it. X. And X. Lowering one foot down to the floor, lowering the head down to the floor. Hands on the sides of the body. Inhale in. Exhale, circle the leg. Inhale. Exhale, circle the leg. Inhale. Exhale, circle the leg. Other way. Exhale, circle the leg. Inhale. Exhale, circle the leg. Inhale. Exhale, circle the leg. Bring that leg on a diagonal. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, you feel the core engage. You cervical nod and you walk up the leg. Inhale at the top. And on the exhale, you walk down the leg. Inhaling in. And on the exhale, you inhale, pulse. Inhale, pulse, switch. Exhale, pulse. Exhale, pulse. Lowering that bottom leg down to the floor. Head down to the floor. Hands by the side. Inhale. Exhale, circle around. Inhale. Exhale, circle around. Inhale. Exhale, circle around. Other way. Exhale, circle around. Inhale. Exhale, circle around. Inhale. Exhale, circle around. Lower that leg to the long diagonal. On the exhale, you feel that core engage. You cervical nod and you walk up the leg. Inhale. And on your exhale, you walk down the leg. Inhale. And on the exhale, you inhale, pulse, switch, exhale, pulse. Heels come up to the ceiling, squeezing them together, fingers reach long. Exhale to lower two legs. Inhale them up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up. One more. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up. Knees into the chest. Walk it side to side. Good, good, good. Lower those feet down. Extend those legs long. Take a moment here. All right. So while we're here, let's just take a moment to release the front of the hips. So we're on our backs. Our heels are going to ground into the ground. Our shoulders are going to ground into the ground. We take an inhale in. And on the exhale, we put pressure into the heels and the shoulders, and we levitate our hips up. Inhaling at the top. And on the exhale, melt it down. Inhale. And on the exhale, we levitate those hips up. And on the exhale, we melt it down. One more time, inhale. Exhale those hips up. And exhale, lower them down, coming onto the side body. Let's make sure that we're at the very edge of our mat because we're going to do a little bit of like a rotational transition. So we are laying on our side. If I look down my front body, I should not be able to see my shins or my feet. So I'm not stacked like so. I truly am in a full parallel line. This line in itself, if you remove that front arm, is core work, just balancing there. Let's first bring our hand under the soft part of our waist. And what I mean by that is it is the area in our waist where there's no bones. There's no rib bones, there's no hip bones. Let's take a big inhale in, feeling that hand fill with our air. And on the exhale, let's feel that side body engage. You should feel that side picking up towards the spine. Inhale and exhale, feeling that core engage. Putting the hand in front of the body to create a little stability. Inhaling in, exhale, two legs up. Inhale it in. Exhale, lower them down. Pardon me. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. One more time. To lift. Inhale to lower. Bringing the arm to the side. If you want, you can bring the head up a little bit. And we're going to go leg front, arm back. Arm front, leg back. This is 2. And reach. And a 3. Finding our stability. A 4. And finding a long diagonal between toe and finger. And a 5. And finding that diagonal. Coming back down to neutral. Lift it all up off of the floor, the legs, the top arm, the head. Rotating to the back body. Rotating to the side body. Lowering those legs down. Placing the hand under the soft part of the waist. Take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, feeling that side body engage. Exhale, feeling the side body engage, placing that hand in front. Inhale. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Pardon me. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Arm reaches. Oh, I have another sneeze. Arm reaches, and leg front, arm back, leg back, arm front. This is 2. And find that diagonal. This is 3. And feel the length. And 4, finding stability. And reach last time. Really seeing if you can keep those hips as quiet as possible and find a nice long line. Lower everything down. Bring everything up. Feet, top arm and head. Rotate to the back body. Rotate back to the side body and lower down. Oh, how's it going? You enjoying class today? Yeah. All right, good. Shake that out. Yeah, and come up to sitting. On the sits bones, nice and tall. Take a moment here. If you can't get on the sits bones, if you feel a little back in the, like a little scooped or collapsed, you can always bend those knees and kind of use that to lever your spine up. You can also find if you have a yoga block at home, that's ideal. But if you don't, a nice thick textbook or an old school phone book will do just fine. And sit on that just to elevate the hips off of the floor a tad. And before we go into some of these seated twisting actions, let's bring the hands back to behind the head. And really feel nice and tall in that spine. I'm noticing that I'm poking my ribs forward, so I want to place a hand on my ribs just to make sure I'm in the best alignment possible. All right. So let's lift up that spine. Let's lengthen those legs. Let's bring the arms out to the side for our spinal twist. On each inhale, we're going to twist a little bit more. And on the exhale, we're going to come back to neutral. Every time you twist, you're going to think of getting a little bit longer in the spine. So not only are we creating rotation, we are creating length. Here we go. We go. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale to center. In. 2, 3. Exhale to center. In. 2, 3. Exhale to center and in. 2, 3. Exhale to center. One more time. Each side. 3. Exhale to center. In. 2, 3. Exhale to center. Good. Put the hands behind you. Shake out those legs. Sometimes that can be a lot for the hip flexors. Good. We're going to go into saw now. So just a reminder, in saw, as much as we reach 1 foot above that pinky toe, so we're not going down and collapsing the spine, we're keeping that spine nice and long and we're reaching over that pinky toe. And as much as we reach this way, we think about grounding that hip down towards the floor. So we're creating, I'm being really dramatic right now, but we're creating kind of an elasticity through the body. Here we go. Inhaling in and exhale. 2, 3. Inhale up. Other side. Exhale. 2, 3. Inhale up and exhale. 2, 3. Inhale up and a 2, a 3. Inhale up. One more, or yeah, that's good. Oh, shake it out. Let's come to our mermaid. If mermaid is uncomfortable for you, you can always do this. There's a variation with 2 foam rollers, and you can always sit on the knees with 1 foam roller on your calves, which will elevate the hips ever so slightly. And you can also put a foam roller under. No, don't get mad at me. You can also put a foam roller under your hand and roll out that way. So you kind of bring the ground to you versus you going down to the ground. But if you're doing mermaid straight up, let's come to our preparation position. Our front leg is bent with our foot flexed. Our back leg is bent with the foot flexed. I like to hold on to my back shin. We inhale, scooping the arm down to come up. And exhale, reach over. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to reach and come up. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, arm up. Exhale it over. Inhale. Exhale to reach and up. 1 more time, arm up. Exhale over. Inhale. Exhale to reach and come up. Let's find a little bit of mobilization in that hip. So we're going to rotate on that back hip forward and then place it down. And we're just going to find kind of like a little stirring action in that back hip joint. Seeing what feels good and massage-like, seeing what feels kind of like, ooh, sticky or crunchy, or maybe it's telling you that you need to stretch a little bit, or maybe it's telling you, hey, you've been sitting too long. Go take a walk. Good. And let's swap sides. And again, on this side, if you're doing the supported mermaid with the 2 foam rollers, bring the other foam roller to your other side. And on this side, just a reminder, the front leg is bent and flexed with the foot flexed, and the back leg, the knee is bent and the foot is flexed. Holding on to that back shin, I inhale in. I exhale over. Inhale. Exhale, I reach and come up. Inhale, arm up. Exhale it over. Inhale. Exhale to reach and up. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale. Exhale to reach and come up. And on this side as well, finding a little bit of mobility in that hip. And if this doesn't feel good on your hips, you can always find a different stretch or a different kind of way to massage out the hips, or maybe find a glute stretch. This something that targets this area of the body in a happy way. And on this side, I'm noticing that I'm quite locked and stuck. So it almost feels like I probably, after class, should spend a moment stretching. I'm saying that out loud so I can hold myself accountable. Good. Give that a shake out, whatever you need. We want to come down to the tummies. And again, on this one, we will do some of our regular stomach facing exercises like flight, like single leg stretch, double leg stretch, swimming. And then we'll also add some rotation exercises that we started working on Wednesday. I'll talk us through it though, because it's pretty new still. So before we get into the fun stuff, let's come into comfy cactus to prep our back. We take an inhale in, and on the exhale, you feel the core engage, you feel the back engage, and you bring the face up. Inhale, you increase. And on the exhale, you melt down. Inhale. And on the exhale, you feel the core engage, you feel the back engage, and you bring the face up. Inhale to increase. Exhale, melt down. Inhale. And on the exhale, you feel the core engage, you feel the back engage, you bring the face up. Inhale to increase. And on the exhale, you melt down. One more time, inhale. And on the exhale, core engages, back engages, and you bring that face up. Inhale to increase. Exhale, placing those elbows on the mat into a Sphinx position. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, hover 2 legs off of the mat and inhale. And inhale, switch. Exhale and exhale, switch. In and in. Switch it, exhale. And exhale, switch. And exhale, up, in, and exhale. And exhale, lower the legs, lower the torso, one cheek to the mat, hands on the sides of the body. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, feel the core engage. Have 2 legs hover off of the mat and exhale, kick. Exhale, kick. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, and exhale. Inhale, up. And X, and X. Inhale, up. And X, and X. Inhale, up. Separate the legs, arms up, swimming. In, X, X. In, exhale, and inhale, switch it. Inhale, switch. Exhale, and exhale. In, X, X. One more time. And push back to a child's pose. Letting that spine spill open. Good. Now look up here really quickly. I will do a quick demo of this rotation from the front body to the side body, to the back body, back to the side body, back to the front body. We talked earlier this week on what's initiating this movement. So, rotation and spiral. I want to come a little closer. We want to talk about this for 2 seconds. So if I rotate my hand, it's then going to rotate my forearm and then my upper arm. I just want to go into my back. And if I kept that rotation and the length, it would then rotate my spine. So when we talk about working sequentially, that's what we mean. We don't do it all at once. We really consciously go hand and wrist, forearm, upper arm, connects to the back, and then back. So we're going to think about that. And the reason why I'm breaking this down like this right now is because when the whole body gets involved, it's very easy to forget about little details that actually end up helping us. So, I start on my stomach with my cheek to the mat. On my exhale, I bring everything up. I bring one arm in front of me. We're calling this kind of like the superhero stance. And then I think about that sequential way of working through the spiral. I go wrist, forearm, upper arm. It connects to the back, which helps me rotate to the side. From here, I think about bringing everything in one piece to my back. And then on the exhale, I open it all the way up to the side body. And then I come all the way back to the front body, other side, starting with that rotation in the arm. So this idea of finding that spiral through the body is not Pilates, and it actually comes from modern dance technique, but it's a really useful tool. So it should feel Pilates adjacent, but just so you know, if you go into a Pilates class and you ask somebody else that's not me to do a spirally thing, they won't know what you're talking about, because this is a little different than the traditional Pilates vocab. So we're on the stomach. We have a cheek to the mat. We take a big inhale in. On the exhale, the core engages. We bring the legs, the arms, the torso off of the mat. Arm comes up in the superhero stance, and we rotate wrist, forearm, upper arm all the way into the back, so we are on the side body. We rotate, so we're on the back body. And rotating back to the side body. We've already been here once. And then rotate back to the front body, switching sides. And we go wrist, forearm, upper back, side body. And back body. And side body. And tummy. Switching sides, we rotate and we go side body, back body, side body, and stomach. Switching sides, side body, and back body. And side body, and tummy. Well done. Push that back to down dog. All right. When you are ready, let's come to all fours. And we'll just do a couple of little exercises here. All fours. And just a reminder, if this bothers your wrists, come up to the fists, especially during these preparations. Go right into our cat and cow. So we're going to exhale, feeling that dome. So now that slow motion punch to the gut is coming from below you. And on the inhale, you feel that heart expand forward. And sometimes it's nice, as much as you feel the heart going forward, you feel those sits bones being pulled back. So you really have a two-way line of energy in that torso. And exhale to dome. Inhale to arch. Exhale to dome. Inhale to arch. And you can do a couple more on your own time. If you want to add some rotation in there, please do so. A little side stretching as well can always feel really nice. And when you're ready, come to neutral. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, tuck the toes, hover those knees. Feeling a nice long line of energy between the top of your head and your sits bones. Making sure that the knees are parallel and they're not splaying anywhere. The core is engaged. You feel those ribs knitting together. And on the exhale, lower those knees down. Give it a shake out. We're going to go right into our twist and kick. So we did this one on Wednesday, but we haven't done this one in class for a moment. So I'll talk us through it. We're going to do 6 of them, 3 on each side. We start in our neutral. We take a big inhale in. On the exhale, we tuck the toes, we hover the knees, and we all twist to one side so that we're now supported by 2 feet, 1 hand. We're in a nice side plank type sensation. We kick the bottom leg. So now we're on one hand, one foot. We replace that foot where it was. We rotate the torso around the axis point of the arm, and then we switch sides. And we go a twist and kick. Replace the foot, coming back. And a twist and kick. Replace the foot, coming back. Switching hands, a twist and kick. The foot comes down, back to center and a twist and kick. Place the foot back down, back to center one more time and kick. The foot comes down, back to center, placing two hands down, going back into a downward facing dog. Stretch it out, pedal out those feet. Maybe shake out that head. And we'll go into a last couple of things. You might want the feet to be a little bit wider than normally in a downward dog. And on your next exhale, your left hand is going to touch your right ankle. Inhale the hand back. And on your next exhale, right hand, left ankle. Switching sides, left hand, right ankle. Right hand, left ankle. Left hand, right ankle, or shin, or knee, or thigh, and right hand, left shin, knee, thigh, or ankle. Lower those hands down, walk those feet into the hands into the feet, hang on over those legs. And on the exhale, bend the knees and roll it up. Rolling those shoulders back. Feeling nice and tall. Take an inhale in, dropping those arms down to come up. And as much as those fingers reach the ceiling, those feet reach down. So you should start feeling like a nice kind of elastic-like sensation through that torso, through the hips. And then exhale, pressing those arms down to the side, fingertips on the tops of the shoulders, elbows nice and wide. Feeling the full width of your body, taking up all that space. Hands at the back of the head, just giving the head a little direction upwards. Lower those hands down. Take an inhale in to bend. And exhale to lengthen. Inhale to bend. Exhale to lengthen and coming up to the toes. And while you're up here, it's really easy to focus on one point beside you, but let's look over one shoulder. Back to the center. Over the other shoulder. Back to the center. Down to the floor. Back to center. Engage that core and up to the ceiling. Back to center. Lower those heels down. Shake out those ankles. Thank you all very much for joining class. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you either Sunday morning, Monday, or at some point next week. Thank you very much for joining. Have a good one.